Yo, what's up, family? How we doing? Hope you're doing great today, because I know I am. We do have a lot to talk about. I know that AMC had a lot going on. Lucid, Bitfarm. We're gonna get into all of that, of course. But first, I just gotta say, yeah, shout out to y'all. Because you guys are pushing this thing, and we're a tight family now for sure. And I'm listening to you guys, looking at the feedback, all that stuff, and we're growing. I'm telling you, we're about to pass 1K views, right? 1,000 views. We're here now. We're about to do this live, right? Like, we got this started and it's rolling. All right. So feels good. Thank you guys. Thank you. So I did put out a video earlier going over some patterns stuff with the technical analysis part of the market and reading the charts and whatnot. So if you want to take a look at that, that's already posted. Okay, guys. Before we get into everything, let's just say I hope you didn't get scared today, right? I hope you kept those diamond hands, because those were very much needed today. Okay. So let's get straight into the video, right? What am I saying? Let's get straight into the video. All right, that's it. Let's go. If it's your first time here in the channel stopping by, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And remember to hit the like and the subscribe so you don't miss the data that we're putting out and the information that we got coming at you. I got a lot of more content coming. And like I said, while I do these episode videos, I will be putting out other like how-to videos and informational videos so you can learn as we go. Okay, so let's talk about Lucid. That's LCID on the ticker symbol. Let's get into the summary first. So the summary for today, unfortunately, Lucid had a red day today, okay? And I know you see the green here, but what I'm talking about, the volume here is 89 million and the average is 45. I just checked that. So it was actually above normal, right? And let's see, the stock price went down to 44.50 from 47. Oh no, it went down 2.48% for the day, okay? Hopefully you didn't get scared, right? And then shares left to borrow. So something to notice here, guys, that I noticed is that this is at 5.3 million. A couple of days ago, it was like at 1.8 or 2 point something, right? So this has gone up a lot. So what this is most likely going to be used for is to bring the price down again, or if you start to see it shoot up, the shorts like to attack, right? That's what I just tend to notice. And the fee is 0.51%. So in the next few weeks, if you start to see Lucid come down a little bit, that's just normal. It's called consolidation. What you want to do is pick up more shares there if you can, right? Because they're on sale right now. Because if you're talking about, if you're thinking Lucid's going to go above $50 soon, then these day-to-day prices don't matter, right? You just hold. Cool. Let's talk about the strategy. So just hold for now. They're making deliveries. They're just getting started, guys. They delivered their first cars not too long ago. What can you say about it? They're just getting started, okay? So watch out for the shorts, because they're out there, right? They might try to attack this stock. Next, let's go look at a little bit of news that we got going with Rivian and Lucid, okay? So Rivian is a new company that's just going to IPO, right? And it's backed by Ford and Amazon. So they're just competitors with Tesla. And the reason I'm talking about this is because, the attention might go real quick over to Rivian, right? So not all the attention will be on Lucid. So that's just something to look out for. So Rivian is planning to offer 135 million shares at about $72 to $74 a share. And now it's up from 57.62. So take that into consideration, that they already raised it if you're planning to get into that. So Lucid came in, public earlier as a SPAC merger, and it had a market cap of around 72.5 billion. Okay. And they're giving, looks like General Motors has a market valuation of 85 billion and Ford 80 billion. Okay. So the reason this might just bring some attention off of Lucid is because of these vans that they're talking about here. So they're electric vans for Amazon, right? And Amazon has already ordered 100,000 of these vans, but they will not be delivered until, it says until early 2023, right? It looks like it's saying right here. So it's nothing that's gonna happen right away. I have a better feeling for Lucid to make higher moves the next year because they're already pushing out their cars and all that, right? So they're flowing, they're good. So this is what if you listen to the videos that I put out about a week ago, we were talking about Lucid back then, and the stock has nearly doubled the past few weeks, right? So there's definitely some gains that were made there. Hope you made some of those. And just be cautious with Rivian, right? It's going to have a lot of attention when it comes to the door and all that. And you just don't want to get caught up in that because it usually it'll go up and it'll come back down. If you get stuck up here, you're going to have to wait a while for that to come back. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the Lucid chart here. Not much has changed, right? The Fibonacci, the orange is still here. We drew this trend line, and this is what I was talking about earlier in my videos, right? Because of this trend line that we drew over here, I was kind of able to see where the price was going, right? I don't have a crystal ball, but technical analysis gives you just an area or kind of like a guidance, right? If you do it right and if you chart it out right. So the top right here was 4804. Okay, so it's just we had to have a loop here. Maybe it's forming a cup and handle here that will push it up higher. Okay. And for this price action, guys, like it almost doubled. That is already, I'm very happy with my investments in it. And so far, and I'm going to keep holding this because this is a great long-term play. Like I said, you can play the short term, the mid-term, the long term, but this is going to be definitely a long-term play where you can make money on the long run. Okay. And that's all I really got for Lucid right now. Take some water. So we got to talk about Bitfarms next. And I love Bitfarms. I've been holding this before, like right around since July, I would say, of this year, right? It hasn't been on the stock market too long, but man, what they're doing right now, the progress they're making moves, guys. I don't know how much longer this thing can be under $10 with everything going on with crypto and whatnot, right? So remember, Bitfarms is a crypto mining company. And they're expanding right now and doing all that, right? So let's take a look at the summary. And we got the summary right here. So today Bitfarm was in the green, and it has been having a lot of green days. I mean, the volume, pay attention to the volume, okay? 13.5 million. Remember, the average is around probably 7, 8 right now because of the higher volume now. But geez, this is what's pushing this thing. Remember, volume can move mountains, right? Like it can move things, stocks. Stock price went up to $8.95 from $8.14. So like I said, my average is in the $6 range. So I'm happy with this position, and I can honestly see it. We're going to talk about Mara and Riot right now, which are direct competitors. And I've been saying, if you've been watching these videos, this information has been in here. If you hopped in last week, this is another good one, right? It's making moves. Only 1.5 million shares left to borrow. The fee is 5.81%, which is actually kind of high, guys. Remember, this actually went up a little bit too. So it's getting more expensive for the shorts to short this, okay, to take newer short positions out. So the strategy I want to tell you guys is just go long, because Bitcoin is starting to make new all-time highs, guys. They're mining Bitcoin. The higher the Bitcoin goes, the more they make, the more money they bring through the door, okay? And it's all about the hash power. Okay, so they're going to release even more news on November 16th. That is their earnings, okay? So remember how AMC had earnings yesterday? Their earnings report comes on the 16th. Let's switch over, go to Google Chrome and talk about this Bitfarm article, okay? So this is the news that I found, right? So this is key information right here. They're talking about expanding, and they are moving, right? So they're moving to Argentina as well. They're expanding, building new things there. They're going to reveal details about the construction of its ongoing Bitcoin mega mining farm in Argentina, which when finished will be the largest mining complex in the country. The location of the farm has not been announced by the company until now. According to local media, it was revealed that it'll be located in the province of Cordoba in the city of Rio Cuarto. Dang, guys, this is big news. You see, now you see why the stock has been going up, because I don't know how much longer it'll be under $10, to be honest. That's what I'm looking at right here. The facility will house more than 210 megawatts of power capacity for installing miners at a very low price for the company. Woo! Love it. The facility will be constructed inside of the complex that houses the power plant belonging to the Albanese group. In this case, the power will come directly from the plant without touching the national power grid. So they have their own power supply, guys. This is insane. These guys are awesome because in Canada, where they have their current setup, they're using green energy, right? So they're not really polluting. They're not using energy they don't need to use, and they're doing the same in Argentina. They're going to have their own power supply. That's big. Okay. This will generate approximately another 500 jobs during construction and another 100 during the operation of the data center. This is a contract for the sale of energy between private parties, which does not involve any type of subsidies connected to the grid. Okay, guys? Sheesh. So yeah, if you want to read this article, Bitfarms reveals Argentina mega mining. Go back here. What I want to tell you guys, what is going on? Like, why are they expanding? What are they doing? So they're adding more miners, right? Which creates more hash rate. So the hash rate is the speed of which a cryptocurrency miner operates. So the more hash rate you have, the faster, the more crypto you can produce. Okay. So from what they're saying, what they announced, that the mining power they have is 1.8, okay, exahash, and that is their mining power. And their stock price is what, like $8.40 right now, right? 90 cents. So if you compare it to their competitors, Mara and Riot have also been on a run. So Riot is around 30 some dollars, right? 35, 36, I think. And then I saw Mara as high as 70 or $80, right? And they're right there with them with the hash rate, okay? So that's why I'm just like, this is a winner. So the miners, this is talking about Mara here. Oh, no, okay, no, this is Bitfarms showing how they're growing and expanding their hash rate, right? So they're at 1.8 exahashes per second, okay? Now Mara over here, it's talking about how much Bitcoin they produced during the quarter, and it increased 91% quarter to quarter. Okay, so it's because they have more hash rate, okay? So their fleet consists of 25,000 active miners producing approximately 2.7 EH. Okay, so Bitfarms is at 1.8. So that's the reason why their stock, in my opinion, is higher, because of the fact that they have more hash rate. Okay. And last, let's go look at this chart for Bitfarms right here. And it's looking great, guys. I mean, this thing is just on a bull run. You got your higher highs right here. Remember, higher highs, higher lows. That's showing strength. It has not come back to even, it has not looked back at all, to even look at this price action here. It just continues to go, okay? And it's because good news after good news is coming out, and there finally is more information on them. For the past few months, I know there was a little bit of information that was just held down, right? It was just not much was coming out. Okay, so let's just go ahead and look at the daily chart before we move on. And it's in this great, upward trend, I would say. I caught this back here and it started moving, right? So this was the confirmation, and boom, we have an explosion. Now we have to go test, I think it's gonna go test the $10 area, okay? And remember, if you ever need to look at the market cap, now they are now worth $1.61 billion. Okay, that is what they are worth. And they just seem to keep going, okay? So, yeah, this is one of my favorite stocks right now. And now, man, I don't know about AMC, guys. Huge warning, okay? But shorts haven't covered, okay? So don't even stress, guys. The price that is in here, on the front, don't worry about it. There's a lot going on in the back scenes, okay? Yesterday we covered the earnings. So you tell me how it's possible that we see a red day after. Look at this gap down. That's insane. How do you get a red day like that after everything in the earnings was positive, right? So more money. They're getting people to come watch the movies, more releases. They're doing better with their popcorn, and they're announcing a new revenue. They're expanding ideas, guys. The list goes on. Oh, they're gonna start, they're finding a way on how to accept Shiba crypto. They're changing the business, guys. It's not the old business model anymore. It's the new one. So remember when we all joined in at the beginning and we all, said, oh man, these guys, they're shorting it. They're shorting it. And it was like around the $5-10 range. And we said, theoretically, even if it only goes to $40-50, you're going to make money, right? And that is my point. And I know there was, back then I had to deal with it. I remember with the first squeeze when I went negative, right? When it went from 20 to 8 or 9 or back down to 5. I was negative, but what did I do? I started buying more shares. That way, because I knew what was going on as I started learning, right? Like you start to get in tune, and as you research and realize what's going on, you realize that the front price doesn't matter, right? Because it's following patterns and it's doing the technical analysis and all that. And I know this is not a fundamental play, but the company is changing fundamentally as well. And so how does a stock go down after nothing but positive news, right? So just think about that. That to me didn't make sense at all. All right, AMC was in the red. Who would have thought, right? I actually called it yesterday in that video. So I was saying, most likely we're going to see red. That's what we've seen in the past. Just by following the technical analysis and the patterns, hey, we were prepared, right, for that action. So we didn't freak out, okay? And we've been through it before, guys. It's not the first time, right? So the volume was 37 million. The average is 66. So still way under short, low volume. As soon as this thing picks up, guys, like if we see over 100 million volume, I have a feeling we're going to see some upward price action. The stock price went down to 40.38 from 44.49. It was over 10%. So I actually haven't seen a negative 10% day that I can remember in a while. So that what that means is tomorrow SSR is intact, right? So the short restriction law or whatever, or rule will be in play. Not that it really matters, right, for this play. They always do what they want. So shares left to borrow is 1.7 million. The fee is 0.61 at the time of this recording. Same thing, guys. The shorts have not covered. We will know when they cover, right? They owe so many shares, guys. They've probably lost count how many. So this thing will move violently, and anybody who's doubting it, I mean, I have like no doubt because of the past, because of what's happened in the past. And it's just the same thing over and over and over, right? So you just let it do its thing, okay? That's what I do. Let's go check out the STONCO tracker real quick, because there's always, good information on here about the calls. So 11,650, again, 1.7 million. And what this means, guys, is that these are the calls, right? So each one represents 100 shares, okay? So it's 11,000 contracts. Each one represents 100 shares, okay? We already went through that. So right now we're not looking too good, right? Because of the price action that went down. Oh, now it teeter-tottered. Okay, so 11,650 are in the money. That's a lot of them that are out of the money, guys. And then puts that are in the money, 20,000. And again, a lot of them that are out of the money. As we go down, no dark pool data here. You see, so yesterday, remember we saw the green action? Well, guess what? They only shorted 34% compared to, other days where they do 50%, 55%, 55%. So imagine if there was no shorting, or if there was the normal, just 5-10% shorting, not this 34% shorting, right? So that's not okay. But if you notice, that's why we saw green too, because we didn't have that pressure holding us down, okay? Failed to delivers. Who knows what the kind of deals they're working here. There was one day, look, we got almost to 1 million here. Another day, almost 2 days, almost to 1 million. Okay. And I want to go over a couple of news things that came out on AMC. And then, yeah, we'll just look at the chart and wrap it up. Okay, guys, so we're almost there. AMC, guys, right here, okay? This is really cool, guys. AMC boss says the company is exploring on how to accept Shiba Inu, okay? Shiba, I love that coin. I mean, I think it has a lot of potential. AMC announced they are going to potentially accept it as payment. They're looking into it. Okay, guys. So I have confidence in him that they will accept it. So if you want to check out this article, it's called, it's from The Verge. Okay, AMC boss says it's going to accept Shiba. Going to try to accept Shiba. And then this one that came out yesterday, I just want to point something out, right? Like, these guys had this article ready, and in the title, they want to cause fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Okay, so they're always going to hit us with that. Look how mixed this feels. AMC posts smaller than expected loss, which is positive, right? But the CEO says there are still pandemic challenges ahead. Of course, I mean, that's just obvious, but the way they word it, okay, that's what I want you to pay attention to. AMC says that all of its domestic cinemas were open as of September 30th and 99% of its international theaters. So they're finally able to make revenue and income because they're finally opening all their theaters to make more money, right? So the movie theater chain noted that it welcomed back 40 million guests during the third quarter across the locations in the US and Europe, Middle East, new blockbuster titles, thanks to new blockbuster titles and rising vaccination rates, which we went over yesterday. And during the quarter, AMC saw big improvements to admission and food and beverage revenue. Okay, I covered that too. Okay, guys, so just don't worry, guys. We're in a good position. All, this temporary red, this 12% negative day, guys. In the big picture, we know what we're looking for. We know what we're waiting on is for the shorts to cover, okay? So don't stress about that, guys. Just let it be, let it do its thing, okay? Yeah, so thank you for tuning in and checking this out. Come back tomorrow if you want. I'm gonna do this, like I said, daily. This is D's Daily DD, okay? So we got you covered, and thank you guys very much, okay? Have a wonderful rest of your night. Peace.